The origins of this case can be traced back to November of 2001 when the European Commission conducted raids on a German and a British company and a German trade association in connection with an investigation into hand sewing needles. We saw the newspaper reports of that raid, which the companies involved were also competitors of ours in the S&B and zipper sectors. But at that time, that was just an interesting newspaper story for us. It didn't affect us, we're not in that industry. In February of 2003, we then had contact from the European Commission, starting a full investigation with YKK included into alleged collusion in the snap and button and the zipper sectors. These allegations had arisen directly out of the investigation into the hand sewing needles issue. From there, during the course of the investigation, we had to supply a lot of information to the Commission. Some 50,000 pages of evidence were in the case files. In addition, we had all of our own investigations we had to conduct. The allegations from the Commission were basically three issues: that there had been agreements to fix prices in the snap and button business in a cartel involving a number of different companies under the control of the trade association. It is then alleged that when that arrangement ended, that our subsidiary continued that association with one competitor on a separate basis. It is also alleged that there were 5 meetings from another group company with 2 competitors talking about the zipper business. There was never any evidence that any agreement or action was taken, but under European law, that doesn't matter. After the dawn raid on our competitors, therefore they had a problem with the European Commission with antitrust allegations. They then made what are called leniency applications, where they made allegations against YKK. The way a leniency system works is if a company provides information about alleged wrongdoing by others, they can get a substantial reduction in the fines imposed on them. This means that there is a financial benefit to another company to make allegations against YKK, as it could reduce the amount of their own fines. We always have to remember this, because the message is you should not trust any competitor. They have a financial incentive to make allegations against you. We lodged various appeals and finally we achieved a small reduction in that, but still there was a large cost to the company in terms of the fines, many thousands of hours of management time, and many millions of euros in legal fees.
審決文を受け取ったのは2007年の9月19日です。16時以降、日本時間にまず YU で受け取ったものがここにファックスできました、本社で。9月19日っていうのは創業者吉田忠夫社長の誕生日なんです。なんでこの創業者の誕生日に審決文が来るんだということに対しても、ずっとこの会社のベースを作られた創業者に対して私自身も受け取った時点では非常に申し訳ないと、こういう思いに強く駆られました。
It took less than 6 weeks for the plaintiffs' attorneys in the United States to launch lawsuits following the European Commission press release announcing the fines in Europe. There was no basis in fact for any cartel activity in the United States. However, the European Commission press release, in its last sentence, declared that the defendants, including YKK, had engaged in cartel activity in Europe and worldwide. That one statement was all that the plaintiffs' attorneys in the United States needed to start launching their lawsuits. Within 4 months, we had 36 lawsuits throughout the country that were subsequently consolidated into a class. The threat of a class action in the United States means that participants in the entire industry then become members of the class, and damages will be calculated based on sales made to everybody in that industry. So with the alleged period of cartel in the United States of 1991 through 2007, we were facing the possibility of impacted sales of $5 billion. So if you consider just 10% of that based on the difference in pricing because of the cartel activity, that's 500 million. Another aspect of US law is that for antitrust class action, you have the potential for 3 times damages. So instead of 500 million, you're facing the prospect of $1.5 billion in damages. Of course, our first concern was how this impacted our customers' trust in YKK. Fortunately for us and all of the work that YKK had engaged in the previous decades, the customers understood that this was not customer-driven, but this is merely attorney-driven, professional litigators whose living is made by attacking companies and creating allegations like they did. This litigation proceeded from 2007 until 2013. So we spent 6 years defending this case.
So the message is compliance is important, but don't be frightened to do business and to enjoy doing business. As long as you learn the basic compliance rules, then you can go ahead and do the day-to-day business with a relaxed mind, knowing that you can achieve every success that you're looking for without having a risk of something affecting you later. So I think what we have to remember is we are all proud to work for an honourable and famous brand, and we have a responsibility to protect that and enhance it to hand over to the next generation.
Over the last 10 years, the U.S. Department of Justice's Antitrust Division has been very aggressive in pursuing cartel activity. 98% of that division's work is focused on international cartels, and they've been very successful. The auto parts cartel is just one such example. This involves several Japanese corporations. Through that investigation, the Department of Justice obtained guilty pleas from 36 corporations, obtaining $2.4 billion in fines from those companies. Further, 29 of the employees involved in the alleged cartel activity were sent to jail. The vast majority of those were non-U.S. citizens that were extradited from their home countries and sent back to the United States to serve their prison sentences, an average of 15 months. Strong global compliance is critical for any international business to succeed today. The European case is just one example of how some few actions can generate huge problems globally. There's no such thing as a local action anymore. As soon as something occurs in one part of the world, we can be certain that it will have repercussions in other parts of the world. And this is not just some issue for a legal department or a chief compliance officer. This is an issue that is important for every single employee in every day that they do their job for YKK. There are compliance risks everywhere, and we need to maintain a high level of vigilance to ensure that YKK maintains the high reputation that it has and that it is successful not just today, for many years in the future.
やはりこのコンプライアンスの推進というのはですね、YKK の企業精神に基づく事業推進そのものだという認識でおるんです。どういうことかというと、例えばこの経営理念の皆様がいつも見てる例の図ですよ。優れた技術、優れた商品、そして優れた経営力を駆使して、お客様により良いサービスを提供する。お客様、従業員、そして地域社会への貢献を通じてですね、我々は社会に貢献するんだっていう非常に大きなミッションを持った会社なわけですよね。例えばそういうものを考えますと、例えばこの欧州問題に話を戻すとですね、カルテルっていう行為自体がですね、ならお客様にとって何のメリットがあるんだろうという見方をすると、当然何のメリットもありません。やはり自由競争において自助努力によって、YKK の場合でしたらこの技術によって新しい価値を創造するんだというのが基本的なこのものの考え方ですよね。なのでやはり企業精神、経営理念というものを全ての行動規範あるいは思考規範とした上でですね、日々のこの業務に当たると、これに尽きると思います。本当に今自分がやろうとしていること、あるいは考えていることがお客様のためになるのか、従業員、地域社会のためになるのか、あらゆるこのステークホルダーの貢献につながるのかというものをベースに考えておくと、これがコンプライアンスを推進していく上のですね、やはりこのベースになる物事の考え方である、あるいは行動規範だろう。
私たち昔から小さい頃、あるいは海外に出ていった頃から、それからアメリカでも、あるいはヨーロッパでも、それから今回の欧州の競争法の問題も、いろんな問題に出くわしました。それでレッスンを受けました。でレッスンを受けるたびに私どもは自分の中でこういうことはしていけない、こういうことはしちゃいけない、こういうことによってこれだけの罰金を払う、あるいはそういう痛い目に遭う、でそういうことを二度としないためにこれは払ってるんで、そういう意味からすると我々はいろんな問題をしかし問題というのはじゃあ20年前にその問題があったかどうかっていうのもわからないんだよね。その時代時代の価値観で 問題として取り上げられる場合もあるし、それから10年後20年後には同じことをしても違う取られ方をする場合もあるだろうし、わからないんですけれども、我々はこれだけ世界に広がっているので、いろんなレッスンを全部、共有しながら進んでいくしかしょうがないなと、それでいいんだろうと思うんです。でその中にまた違う考え方やら違う意見やら違う主張やらがあって、でグループとして同じような顔に、全く同じ顔にはならないかもしれない、同じような顔になっていってくれれば YKK というのはこういう会社なんだなと、それぞれの地域で評価されれば非常に嬉しいというふうに思います。